Clint over at True Balancing. Clint has over 35 years developing new technologies and products in many industries, including consumer electronics, automotive, aerospace, medical, industrial, and more. And for the past 7 years, he has been living, eating, sleeping, and breathing battery management electronics. He's the co-founder of True Balance with Eric Grashoff, the inventor of the technology. And he's got a degree from Harvard in applied mathematics and economics. So with that, we will welcome Clint up to the stage.
This is the last
And I apologize, this is the last one. Thanks so much. You're good. Perfect. And I will trade you here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, first, we had planned to start fundraising in June. There's a few things we want to get wrapped up before we actually go out and formally begin fundraising. But Sama invited me to come up here and pitch, and the venue seems good. Great crowd, great audience. A little bit before we were ready, but I'm here, and who can say no to Sama, right? So, this is, you were hearing the very first rough draft pitch of True Balancing trying to raise some money. We're in battery management electronics, which is kind of like the behind the curtains or under the hood technology that doesn't get the attention of batteries, which are big and expensive and tricky to make, and they hold all the energy. But there was actually very highly leveraged value in battery management electronics because they cost a small fraction of the total cost of the pack, but they can have a very large impact on the performance of the battery. And we are pushing the boundaries of what battery management electronics can do, which means we're pushing the boundaries of battery performance, which means we have more highly leveraged value, which should translate to highly leveraged value in an investment as well. We have specifically solved two of the most intractable problems in battery management. The first is we have completely licked to the, it's just going and going and going. I think my button's jammed. Okay, whatever.
Keep the pace, Clint.
Okay, I can talk faster. We have completely solved the out of balance problem, and that is a big problem. As you can see here, this year, globally, worldwide, batteries will lose tens of billions of dollars in value due to out of balance and lost capacity and in shortened battery life. And the problem is getting bigger every year because more batteries are being deployed at a faster rate. And the existing batteries are aging in place and they're getting further out of balance. The shift to LFP that is occurring now is making the problem worse because LFP batteries, for all their benefits, are notoriously difficult to keep balanced. And we have solved that problem. The other thing we bring to the table is real-time data on cell impedance, one of the holy grails of battery management. For a bunch of reasons, I've put what I think are the big three. You can get much more accurate estimates of state of charge and state of health if you have impedance data, and all of you already know the value in that, I'm sure. If you can track impedance on every cell and every battery in the field regularly over time and transmit that data back to the OEM manufacturer, they can analyze that, find out when and why and how their cells are aging and dying in the field, and it can help them make better batteries. And this is like gold to the OEM. And finally, the elephant in the room, impedance data can give early warning of cells that are aging, going bad, and prone to failure, and it will allow you to perform preventive maintenance before you have abrupt or catastrophic failure, such as thermal runaway, the euphemism that the battery industry uses for battery fire. Nobody likes to say that. It's kind of like Voldemort in the Harry Potter books. But, so what we bring to the table is a solution to out of balance and real-time data. And real quickly, because I only have a little bit of time, here it goes. This is on Runaway. Our original technology, same as the company name. Our newest technology that I can tell you about is positive balancing. Wow, I got louder. The reason I say that I can tell you about is we are continually improving and refining our technology, and we have things in the production pipe that I can't talk about today, but which further improve performance. So for what I can tell you about today, all of our technologies are characterized first, speed and efficiency. Those are the two most important parameters in evaluating the effectiveness of any balancing technology. And when I say faster, I'm not talking 5 or 10 or 15% faster. Our technologies are 10 times to 50 times faster than anything available today. And efficiency, we are approaching theoretical physical limits of efficiency that can be attained when you're moving energy from cell to cell in the battery. And we give you better performance, generational order of magnitude improvement in performance, and you don't pay more for it. We're actually also driving costs down. Compared to any commercially available balancing technology, true balancing is about 1/3 the cost. Positive balancing is about 1/8 the cost. And then the icing on the cake is that we give you real-time impedance data, and the cherry on top of the icing is it's free. No added cost to get impedance data. It's inherent in our 2 minutes left. Okay, good, I'm on my last slide. I'll wrap up, it could be a lot of slides, but I'll wrap up with the guarantee that we offer, because it really drives home how much better we are. Okay, what just happened to our guarantee? There it is. Okay, there's no caveats, no conditions, no restrictions. We guarantee completely eliminate out of balance in any battery, any size of battery up to utility scale, any cell chemistry, NMC, LFP, sodium ion, anything. Any use conditions will keep the battery balanced until end of life, and you get maximum life and maximum capacity, and you get impedance data, and no other balancing technology in the world can come close to making a guarantee like that. The end. I thought that was like 2 minutes till I
No,
die.
that was just 2 minutes for your presentation.
Oh.
You got 4 minutes of questions now.
Okay, all right, fire away. Oh, by the way, this isn't vaporware. This is a Gen 4 e-board. Yeah.
Well, as someone who's in the area, I'm going to quote myself from earlier, kind of really solves everything. So it sounds too good to be true. So where's the catch? That's maybe number one. And for the cell balancing technology, is it passive or active fundamentally, or something completely different? And how much does it rely on having accurate SOC measurement? Because for LFP, you can't just rely on voltage, right, to get the good balancing. So
That's
is
all.
that assumption that you're making that you have a good SOC and then you can do it, or it somehow does not even depend on that?
Yeah, it's a lot of questions. Okay, we're active. If you define active as you're moving energy from cell to cell rather than bleeding it out through low resistors. I really think there is no catch. From our perspective, our catch is we don't come from a background in the battery industry, so we're viewed as relative unknowns and relative startups, and our catch is getting people to believe we really have developed technology that good. We have independent testing at university labs that verify the performances that I talked about. SOC. We don't need to know SOC. We don't need to know. We balance based on matched voltages and matched impedances. And if you can match voltage and match impedance, you can balance the battery perfectly at any state of charge. And the impedance data we can provide can help the state of charge modeling people make a better model, but that's for whoever wants to look at state of charge. We can balance without a state of charge model.
How do you know speed and efficacy of balancing?
Efficiency.
We can talk about efficiency.
Okay.
I just mean efficacy. Are EV batteries actually getting balanced? And we can talk about the definition of what balanced means separately, but putting that aside for now, how do you know that speed and efficacy of balancing is a problem that needs a more sophisticated solution? What data points influence that?
For EVs with NMC batteries, all the major EV manufacturers, they pretty much locked up the supply of the tier 1 NMC cells for years to come, and they are really good now. They don't need better balancing.
Okay.
The markets we're targeting is big stationary energy storage, and those batteries are so big that you have 200 megawatt batteries, 800 megawatt hour batteries. You've got 4 hours on that, and you have passive balancing at 150 milliamps, trying to keep those batteries balanced. It's gonna fail, and if you have LFPs, it's gonna fail faster. And what we bring to the table is much higher balancing currents. We can, this board is a 12-channel board, can balance 12 batteries, 12 cells simultaneously. We can run 10 amps through every channel simultaneously. And we have boards now, yeah, I can talk about this, they can go up to 20 amps, they can go higher if need be. And so speed is important as the battery gets bigger, because you have so much capacity that you need to balance, that you need more current flowing to keep the battery balanced. You have to do it more quickly.
For sure. Got it. Okay,
Does
thanks.
that answer your question?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. There was someone back here who had a hand. Yeah, I think you were the next hand up.
Yeah, so what do you mean by impedance stage? There's a lot of different distinctions based on AC impedance, the basic resistance file, yes, like what, how are you, what are you referring to as impedance?
Oh, I'm an impedance guy, huh? We are not doing EIS, because EIS under the hood of a battery in the field is going to be too expensive and too corrupted by ambient noise. We have, I can talk about this because a patent application got filed a week ago. We have found a way to do real-time impedance data with constant current excitation signal. And we can do high current, which means that your signal-to-noise ratio goes up, so you get rid of the noise problem. Right now we're doing plus 5 amp and minus 5 amp constant current. We give DCIR, and we give reactance at multiple frequencies ranging from 1 kilohertz down to 7 millihertz. And so it's textbook reactance. It's textbook DCIR and textbook impedance, DCIR and textbook reactance, which I think we're starting to test pretty soon that will validate both the accuracy of what we're doing and the data or information you can get from the battery from what we're gathering.
And that's actually time. My phone has died at this point.
Okay.
So
There was one thing Sama gave me permission to do, and that's why I came up last. Okay. You do not know how hard it was to put this thing together. These women have slept like 4 hours a night for 3 months to try to make an event that is helpful and beneficial to all of you, to give you information, and they made it free with all of their hard work. And I'm going to give you names, and I want you to clap really loud at the end of this to show you appreciate them. We have Sama, we have Caitlin, we have Rena, who you'll meet tomorrow. We have Marcel, we have Jing, we have Jessica. They worked hard to give you a good experience. If you liked it, let them hear you. Please clap.